let's start. So I bring here one template that's built in the legacy way. So it has variables and formatting directly in the variable. And now you see that in the current template designer, they were all mapped and migrated to the tokens. And you can see them now in the custom data source. Here's a schema of the fields that you previously had in your template. And basically what we'll do here today is see how we can migrate from this to the new token system. So it's pretty easy. You can just go ahead and delete the variable, drag the token in, and some fields like a date field, there's a formatting here. So for that, we'll need to go to the schema and take a look at the field types. By default, they will all be set up as strings, but you can change that. For instance, we have a date field here, so we can change its type to date. We have some number fields here, so we can change them to number, and we can save it. And then we just drag the token to our template, delete the variable. And to format it, it's pretty simple. You can just double click the token and you'll be able to access the formatting options. And we can select one of the options we already have here available, or a custom option. You can just type something in and save. Let's do something similar to a number. So let's try with sales total. Previously, we had a currency here with 2 decimal places. So we can just delete the variable, access the token settings, set a number type to a currency, 2 decimal places, and save it. Just so we can move faster, I already have a template here where I replaced all the variables with tokens, and everything is nicely formatted. In this specific template here, we have a loop. So it displays the items in the list. The loop will still be maintained, and it will display the list. So let's preview it with some data. And this is how it will look. The nice thing about the token system is that you no longer need to type a formatting or see how you can format a date or a number. You can just double click it and set up just as you need. You can also add display rules to it, so it displays depending on a condition. So this is for the custom data source. So if it's not an Airtable connection, any other connection you have with document, this would be the way to go. And now go through quickly through the Airtable connection. So let's go back to a template built with variables. So the legacy way of doing it. If you have an Airtable connection, it's even easier. You don't need to edit the schema. You'll just reset the custom data source, and the Airtable option will show up for you to set up the integration. So you can choose the Airtable source. If you don't have a connection already, it's pretty easy. You can just, it will show up for you to add the PAT key here. But if not, then you can just use it in integrated in your account settings, go to integration, Airtable, and add a new connection. But back to the template. Since I already have an Airtable connection here, I'll just select the Airtable connection. All the bases and all the tables, they will be automatically mapped. So this is a great feature for the new template designer, because you don't have to manually type in the fields, and this will be just automatically mapped. And since we have we're accessing other levels of the table, which are the linked records. So we'll display the items from line items and also display customers from a different table. We'll expand these fields so we can access information coming from them. So let's save it, and you'll see here that all the fields will be automatically mapped, and also the ones we expanded. So we'll just simply do the same process, which is delete the variable and drag in the token. Same thing for formatting. So we can just delete the variable, double click the token, and add a formatting. And just one other thing we need to update is the line items row. So you see that this will have the previous syntax. So we'll need to go to edit logic, repeat loop, and all the fields will be already mapped for you to select. So we need to select the one that we are going to set up blue, then save it, and then just drag the tokens in, delete the previous syntax, and also edit the formatting. So here's the currency to decimal places, and save it. And I also have a template here that I have already replaced all the variables with tokens. So this is how it will look like. And a great thing about the Airtable connection is that now you're able to preview it with real data. And in this case, I'm testing with a first record of my base, but I can select a different record and preview it live and see how it's looking. So a good thing about that is that you no longer have to create a generation link, go back to your base, generate it from there. You can preview it with real data directly from our template computer. And yes, I believe that's it. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help to answer.